everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well. So the War Games event has been in Apex for a few days or so now, and with it came a few limited time modes, and I know that a few people aren't very happy with it being incorporated in the normal games and not being a separate limited time mode or anything. And personally, I'm not a big fan of it being incorporated into the others as well. Some of the game modes haven't been the best, and my favourite one is probably the armor regen out of all of the ones that I've played so far, but yeah, not a big fan. But in this video, I thought I'd do a bit of a commentary over a few of the games that I've played with randoms, which came with some frustration and some wins thankfully as well. But since I didn't record myself talking over it and it's just recorded through my PS5, I just thought I'd do a bit of a commentary over it instead. So let's just get into the games. So starting off with the first game, I wanted to go up top since there were some enemies up here but my teammates weren't really listening to me since they were randoms, but they ended up pushing another squad, although maybe they were there before, I don't know. But I decided just to try and engage in it since I didn't really want to camp around like my teammates were kind of doing. And yeah, I've been using the R99 quite a bit lately and I do actually really like it. I managed to down this Pathfinder, and I think there was an Octane as well that I downed, and it was so annoying though because they had a lifeline teammate and she just constantly kept reviving them. And this game for me was very frustrating because I felt like I was doing all the damage but my kills were being taken away from me and I just kept getting assists. That's been a common theme lately, to be honest, and yeah, my teammates didn't do all that much, but as you can see, I do all the damage and then teammates take them, then the lifeline will res, and I don't get the kill. And I was a bit salty. I did kind of wait for the Octane to be revived first, but even he got taken from me, and yeah, I was a bit salty about it, and I ended up with no ammo at the end. After this, I decided just to push the squads that I could hear fighting, and I managed to down one of them. They had a gold shield res, what is it called? A gold revive. And I just decided to do a finisher on them just because this is such a pain in the to be honest. It's such a big pain when people use that. But it ended up being only 2 squads left and I didn't realise that I think it was Octane, I think, by himself, and he ended up being the last one and I managed to get both of those kills, thankfully, instead of them being taken away from me as well. But as you can see, I did all the damage and they got all the kills. I mean, Bloodhound got 6 kills. Come on. In our next game, we ended up landing in labs. I'm not a big fan of landing in this area just because there's usually a lot of people landing here. And yeah, there was this Octane and I was trying to get him. I thought he was going to kill me, to be honest, but thankfully I managed to down him. And I just wanted to finish him off because I was a bit salty from the last game and kills being taken away from me, but their other teammate came and I managed to kill them as well. And I just realised that there was an R99 in that death box, sorry, and I don't know why I did my fence like that, I don't know, but I didn't pick up the R99 and I ran out of ammo very quickly in this game, and this game it turns out to be very short, probably for that reason. And I decided just to push everyone. I don't know what I was thinking and why I did this instead of trying to loot since I didn't have anything, but I just tried to kill everyone. But one teammate was down, the other one was down, and I had no ammo. There was also an R301 in that death box. Why I kept the alternator, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking in this game, but I didn't have any ammo, so I tried to punch him. That didn't work. When you're going up against someone who has a weapon and they're facing you, you're trying to punch them, that usually ends up in death. But there wasn't other squad, so I probably would have died anyway. But then we move on to our third game. We did have a Wraith teammate, but guess what? She died and disconnected immediately, so we couldn't really do anything about that. But there was a Loba and her rest of the squad, wherever they were, and I just decided just to chase her and managed to kill her. And yeah, I was just trying to get the rest of them after this, but I didn't actually think that I'd been able to get them all. I tried to get their other teammate, managed to down them, they downed my teammate, and I really thought that this Wattson was going to kill me, but she didn't, and I got her instead. But later on in the game, it was just me and him. Thankfully, he was still there, the Mirage, but I managed to down one of the enemies, and I think they had a gold revive, my teammate, so I don't know what I was shooting at this point. I didn't realise I was shooting at a down person, I think. But I managed to get the kill, and I was annoyed because I almost killed the enemy Horizon, and sadly, it didn't turn out that way. But I'd rather that my teammates do less damage and stay with me, rather than do more damage and just leave at a random point. But moving on to our next game, as you can see there was another Horizon. She was extremely annoying and I was just trying to get her, and yeah, she just kept going around this rock thing and managed to get her and I decided just to finish her off. I tend to do that more now instead of just leaving them, but yeah, I just finished her off, and then her Loba teammate came and my teammates, I don't even know where they were. They were just like away from me. One of them was down, Crypto, don't know where he was, and I ended up getting downed by this Loba. I was annoyed. I had a self-res and I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to use it. I thought she was going to finish me off, but she didn't. Thankfully, she just picked up her Horizon's bomber and ran away, and I managed to self-res, and I was really hoping that the Gibraltar wouldn't leave. Thankfully, they didn't, and I managed to get them. Crypto, I have no idea where he was. I literally don't even know. Maybe he was in cage. There were a lot of squads in cage, and we eventually do go through that. But Crypto got downed because they were by themselves, obviously, and yeah, he ended up leaving. So later on in the game, we ended up going down through cage and trying to get away from the squads that were there, because there were quite a lot and I wanted to get in a good position. But I saw this Bloodhound and they were just trying to snipe us, I think, and yeah, they were solo. There was actually quite a lot of solo players in this game, no idea why. But managed to get this Bloodhound, thankfully, since I think we saw them earlier as well, but they were very annoying. And I got my heavy mag from the replicator and I didn't realise there was actually an octane here, and I was annoyed. He was almost dead and I was really hoping that my teammate would be able to finish him off, which they did, thankfully, and they were also solo. And we ended up being further up this area and there was actually a Bangalore and she put down her ultimate. I didn't even see her, didn't know where she was, but she died to the ring. And there's only 3 squads left, but she was a solo again, so I ended up being 2. And the last squad was actually another solo caustic. Don't know what they were doing. I don't know why there were so many solos. Why did no one revive, or did they just solo fill? I don't know. But I managed to get them and we won the game. I'm so glad that this Gibraltar didn't leave me though, and that they stayed even though they were down, and I managed to revive them. Even though if they didn't do that much damage and stuff, I don't care, to be honest. I don't care if people don't do that much damage as long as they stay and actually try to help, which they did. Please, if you're a random and you get down, please stay. Please don't leave. I know that sometimes randoms can be annoying though, but if they're actually trying to help you, I don't think that people should leave. But I don't know, there's not much you can do about it. But anyways, that's pretty much the video. Sorry for kind of ranting and actually probably spoke way too much, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyways, and I'd be really interested to know your thoughts on these limited time modes and things. So let me know, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!